On to overtime.
Dwayne Wade right at the body of Anderson Varejao. Welcome to your Kodak moment, Anderson Varejao.
Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer!
I want to talk about the concept of the Knicks moving up for LaMelo Ball. Who do you think would be a part of an appealing trade package for, let's say, either the Warriors or my Timberwolves to try and move down to 8? Are we willing to give up Mitch? I'm personally not, but I want to hear how you guys feel about using Mitch as a trade-up piece. Kevin, we haven't heard from you for a little bit.
It would be necessary. I feel like, if we were to trade up, I think it would most possibly. I don't know with the yeah. I think. Well, I don't know if we had to trade with the Timberwolves. Thing is that you already have like Anthony Towns, but having Mitchell Robinson and Towns together, I don't know how would that sound to you?
I wouldn't want that. I think we can get more attractive things in a move down. Mm-hmm. So the Timberwolves are kind of out of the picture, but the Warriors at pick 2 for sure. Yeah. And I think, would you give up would you give up a protected version of next year's first round pick to move up?
See, I would. I personally wouldn't. I think it would have to be done to be able to at least trade up. But me personally, I wouldn't, just because I do know somebody personally who is planning on going into the NBA draft that year. So that's why I wouldn't. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't. That's why I wouldn't. If it's not that year, it will be next year. But yes, so that's why I'm kind of keen on like the next couple of years not trading any picks. But
Yeah, I don't want to sound like the optimistic Knicks fan. But it's not guaranteed the Mavericks make the playoffs next year. I know you're a big Luka fan, but like Porzingis has shown to have injury concerns. The West is going to be extremely good with the Warriors coming back. You have the Timberwolves. You have the Suns, who are hungry to get it in. You have the Blazers, who are probably going to improve. Like, if the Knicks could potentially get 2 lottery picks next year, which I heard is going to be an excellent draft, I think that's worth keeping, those picks. So I wouldn't want to trade any picks, but I think if the front office is very high on LaMelo Ball or Anthony Edwards, I would trust them, because I think we've hired some people who are good, known in scouting in the Knicks. But I don't know. I think 8. Why not just take someone safe, kind of work on improving your current roster? Let's see where RJ Barrett can become. Maybe try to get Frank Ntilikina to become more than just try to get him at least to be a 3-and-D. Mr. Robinson, see if he can get to the next level. I think that's a better focus than getting LaMelo Ball, who can't shoot. He's not like that good defensively. He has potential, of course.
He's not just not that good defensively. He is god awful defensively.
Yeah, so is that even worth it? He can't shoot next to RJ, who we don't know if he's going to develop a jumper. I would guess he is, but we don't know. And then Julius Randle, who's probably going to start. Like, I don't think it's worth it this year. And then I'll just keep praying that the Mavs don't make the playoffs next year.
Look, I spent this whole year hoping that the Nets would be the 8th seed, so we would get their pick, and lo and behold, they were the 7th seed, and we got the 17th pick. So I feel you there. Do you think the Knicks are even thinking about a trade down from number 8, or do you think they're just going to stay there?
I think they would at least consider it. Knowing as if, like, I guess I don't want to say a big name, but like, it being LaMelo Ball, they would at least consider. Although hopefully, I pray unlikely. I don't know if you've heard anything from the office, saying they are going to trade up, but hopefully not. But I would see that at least, like, Leon Rose being an agent, knowing, like, I guess trying to go for, I want to say, like, a big name, quote unquote, but I would see them at least considering trading up.
What about a trade down, Kevin? You think they would even think about going to, I don't know, maybe trading down to
Or
12 or 10.
14 with Boston, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, I don't think there's much Boston wants to come up to get, but maybe
Yeah.
New Orleans wants to come up for a Devin Vassell, or Sacramento wants to replace Buddy Hield with a Devin Vassell. Maybe even Boston wants to trade up for a different, backup point guard because that's something they need really badly.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good idea? And what do you think you could get out of it?
I think the only reason I haven't considered a trade down is just because I don't know what we really could get out of being able to trade down. At least from the teams that like I guess would trade up. Because then the only teams I could see like potentially trading up would be I guess maybe the Spurs from like 11 to up to 8, or then they or like New Orleans or the Kings like you mentioned. But I don't know if they have anything aside from picks they could offer to us.
If we're
Maybe
talking
but
Pelicans,